Hey folks, Stayhiker from the 6 here, coming to you from Erin, Ontario. I'm at Keith's Trailer Sales. Really excited to be back at Keith's. This is where we did our second ever video, if you can believe it. And how many videos have we done since then? And Keith gave me a call and said, I've got some really cool Sunlite floor plans, and would you like to come and film them? So I said, of course, sure, why not? I'm really excited to show you this one because it's got a unique set of features. So the 12FDX has bunks at the front, and then it has, of course, the hybrid portion where mom and dad can sleep. But in between that, you've got a nice kitchen and you've got a dry bath. So a proper trailer that only weighs 2,300 pounds with a 3,500 pound GVWR that has a dry bath and that can sleep four. I honestly don't think I've seen that before. So I'm really excited to show you this one. We'll start by going around the outside, then we'll head on inside, and then we'll do my pros and cons. Let's get started. We'll start at the nose of the 12FDX, and you can see that we have a single propane tank, a manual tongue jack, and we do have the battery disconnect here as well. Of course, we have the emergency brake disconnect as well here. Swinging around to the utility side, and you'll see that we have the hot water heater, and that is a tanked hot water heater. And we have an outdoor shower. We do have a stabilizer, and we will have stabilizers on all four corners of the trailer. We have our city and our fresh water connection, and I will put the tank sizes up on the screen right now. We do get our 30 amp plug, and it's the kind we like where no bugs or mice can get in because there's no hole in the trailer there. And then we have our cable connection. Doesn't come with a TV, but it is all wired up and ready to go should you choose to put one in. And we do get the air conditioning outlet. It's the sort of wall mounted air conditioner as opposed to a roof mounted air conditioner. But there's your outlet right there for it. This particular trailer has the off-road package on it. So getting a bit of a lift and nice heavy duty off-road tires. And then we come to the back corner, and this is where we have our waste dump. I wouldn't terribly mind if they had some sort of protection because it is literally directly behind the tire. But in any case, here it is. And I'll put the tank sizes up on the screen. And we do get storage for a long sewer hose in the bumper, which is a nice feature as well. And something you don't always see on utility sides, which is a 120 volt plug right here. Now, as we swing around to the back, and I'm just going to give you a bit of a wide angle here, so you can see that we do have our tent section of the hybrid trailer that tips out here. But below it, we do have some things that we want to show you. So we have a storage compartment right here, and it's a good size. So decent size and a very large door, so you're going to be able to use all of that size. So I appreciate that. And the spare tire is mounted back here as well. I don't see a trailer hitch, however, so you're not going to be able to put a bike rack on the back of this particular unit. Now let's swing around to the campsite, and you can see that we have Lippert solid steps. We also have a grab handle to help us when we're getting in and out of the trailer. We have the inlet and the outlet for the furnace here. Another 120 volt plug right there. And we have another stabilizer at the front of the trailer. We also have a propane quick disconnect right here. And then as I back out, you'll see that we have a small awning. It has to be small because the trailer itself is quite small, but you're gonna get decent coverage out of that. And it's nice that it covers the door as well. It's gonna make it a little bit easier to get into the trailer without soaking things. And let's head inside the 12FDX from Sunlite. And right off the bat, as we open the door, you'll see that we do get a screen door, which is always a nice thing to have, keep the bugs out and keep the breeze flowing. And grab handle as we come in. So lay of the land, on the left, we have a little bit of storage down there. And then of course we have our hybrid style tip out bed. And right across from the door, we have our bathroom. To the right of the door, we have our kitchen. And then at the front of the trailer, we have both a dinette and our bunks. So that dinette's going to convert into a bed. We have a bunk above it. And then you'll see that because this trailer is 7'6" wide, they're able to put some significant storage over here in the corner, right beside the refrigerator. We're going to head over and start with the hybrid bed here. And we'll start by just giving you a look at me in it. And as you can see, I do fit in the bed. It's not a super wide bed though, so it'd be a little bit tight for two adults, but still doable. Now, as we head down, you can see that we have some storage below the bed, and I like that they're not wasting this space and they're giving us just another extra little place to put our things. And you'll see it's a little bit narrow on this side as it narrows out to the door, but still nice to have that extra little bit of storage. Now we'll swing around and take a look at the kitchen. So you can see that we have a very large sink with a cover, and I'll just pull the cover off and you can see it's huge. I mean, it's residential size or maybe even a little bit bigger than what some people have in their house. So loving that. And not a pull down faucet, but does rotate. And we get a 2-burner stove, which is nice. And just give you a look at that. And I like that they've mounted it front to back because it gives us this counter space. And if they'd gone with a smaller sink, you'd have even more counter space. But at least you have that, just that little bit that you need to put a toaster or to prep some food. So I really appreciate that. They are giving us a plug right here, a 120 volt plug, which is nice as well. And then looking up above, and you'll see that we have a range hood, and then we have a microwave, and just a conventional microwave, not an air fryer. We do get a nice big cabinet beside it, so plenty of space to store all your kitchen gear and so on. And then as we head back down, there's plenty of storage at the bottom as well. So we've got a nice little spice rack here, or a place to put sponges or what have you, and a good amount of storage down below as well on this part. And below the stove, we have more cabinets, and wow, plenty of space. They're very, very deep as well. So you're definitely going to have more than enough space to fit all of your kitchen gear. And in fact, you'll be able to store other things in here as well. So really appreciating that. As we head to the dinette area, so this does convert into a bed down below. And then we also have a bunk with a 100-pound capacity. Wouldn't mind to see a little bit of a higher capacity because it is a good size. So be nice if we could sleep a kid that's 125 or 150 pounds up there too. But anyways, 100 pounds is still going to sleep a lot of kids. And there's a look at the bunk open. So you can see it's a good size. I think it's probably somewhere between 5 and 5.5 feet long. And of course, this dinette will convert into a bed that's exactly the same size as the bunk. So very proper bunks. I mean, really appreciating the size of these. Beside the dinette, there is a tremendous amount of storage. So just tons of space here. Plus you've got your emergency exit there as well. More space up top. There is USB plugs. I don't know if you can see them, but right beside the plug for the air conditioner, there's USBs and that 120 volt plug as well, right up there. And here's our air conditioner, which is wall mounted, as I had mentioned. And then we have our TV backer location right here on the bathroom wall, 120 volt plugs, and then the plugs for the TV as well. So down below the air conditioner, we have our refrigerator, and we also have some more storage here, nice big shelf. And I love the design of the door on this particular fridge because it has this built-in stopper that's going to prevent the fridge from flying open. So every once in a while in our trailer, it does fly open, and then that can be a real pain. And there you go. This is a 12 volt fridge. So as you know, I'm a bit more of a fan of the propane style fridges, but nonetheless, there you go. And I like the design of the door on this fridge. So it's got place for cans and then place for larger cartons and so forth. So well designed for sure. So excellent size fridge for a small trailer like this though. Last but not least, let's take a look at the bathroom. And this is where this trailer really sets itself apart because it is a dry bath. And as you can see up top, we do get an exhaust fan, something we always appreciate in the bathroom. Get a nice mirror and a medicine cabinet. Plenty of space to store our gear. And then coming down, we've got our toilet. And the real feature of this bathroom is the fact that we're getting a dry bath, which I really, really appreciate. So now we'll just see if I fit in there. But just before we do that, I'm just going to swing the camera around and just show you one other feature that they have. So it's a little thing, but it's a light switch for the bathroom light. And you can also turn it on and off with the button on the light. But I love that they're giving you a switch because in the middle of the night, it's hard to find that button, but it's very easy to find the switch. So nice little touch that they give us. All right, so we're heading into the bathroom here, and I'm just going to step up into the shower. There is a skylight there, so I'm pretty optimistic that we are going to have enough headroom. And yeah, as long as I stand in the skylight, I've got a few inches. I don't know if you guys can see that there, but just a few inches. And so maybe 6'2", 6'3", you're going to be okay in here. In terms of space, it's actually not bad. There's a decent little bit of elbow room. It's got a shower curtain, so you're going to be able to push that out. I'd love to see if they'd gone with a curved shower curtain rod, though. That would just push the curtain out a little bit more and give you a little bit more space. But you know what? I can only show you one, but I'm giving it 2 thumbs up because a dry bath in a trailer of this size and this weight is just not something you see every day. So good on you, Sunlite, for fitting this into this trailer. And I'm just doing the toilet test, just sitting on the toilet here. And I'm not going to the bathroom, guys. I'm just checking it for size. But it's there's not a whole lot of elbow room, and it would be a little bit tight, but there is actually enough leg room that I could close the door. So again, thumbs up to this bathroom. Here's a look at the blinds, and they're the accordion style. On the climate control front in the 12FDX, we do have a furnace, which is located down in the kitchen there. And of course, I already showed you the wall-mounted air conditioner, but I did also want to point out that we do get a vent fan as well, which is going to allow you to really take advantage of all of the screens that you have with the hybrid setup, the door, and so on. Just been looking around to see if I missed anything, and I just saw that there are USBs here by the tent tip out and 120 volt plugs as well. So you're going to be able to charge, you're going to be able to put a CPAP machine here if you need to. So I thought that was something that is nice. And just spinning around, and as we look down by the dinette there, you'll see that we have 120 volt outlets on the dinette as well. And I should point out as well that underneath the dinette, we do have some storage along with our mechanical stuff. And we'll just check the other side as well. And yep, we've got storage down there as well.
It's time for pros and cons, and as always, we'll start with the pros. First up is the fact that this camper sleeps 4, with a dry bath, in a package that's just under 14 feet long. As I stated earlier, this is a unique combination that I have not seen before. Next up is the large tanks with fresh black and gray, all coming in at 30 gallons. This is a little camper with big staying power. My final pro is the affordable pricing. It's easy to find small campers over 50,000 Canadian these days, so I appreciate an option coming in around half that. Of course, the 12FDX isn't perfect, so let's look at the cons. First up is the fact that it's not fully hard-sided. The tent portion of this trailer is what allows the small footprint, but I'd imagine it won't be fun to pack up in the rain, and it's less secure than a hard-sided camper. Second is the very traditional construction, but as long as it's maintained it should last, and the sticks and tin approach is what delivers its affordability. My final con is the 12-volt fridge. If it had a propane electric fridge with its big tanks, it would be an even better boondocking package. My overall take on the Sunset Park Sunlite 12FDX is that it's a great affordable option for folks who don't want to buy a truck, but do want to get out there RVing. It offers a great sleeping setup for young families, along with a full kitchen and a dry bath for a nifty adventure-ready setup. What do you think? Is this the perfect affordable small starter camper? Let us know in the comments. If you'd like to see an even lighter bunkhouse, check out the video linked on the screen. Thanks for watching, and take care.